you excited to see the cats at the cat cafe?
Yeah, it's gonna be cute. I wonder if they're gonna have any kittens.
Oh my gosh, that would be so precious. And you have cats at home, right?
Yeah, I have 2 babies, Nixie and Pandora.
Okay.
Though I hope I don't come home smelling like cats because they're not gonna like that very much.
They're gonna be envious of you.
Well, they better not be getting any ideas because they're not getting any more siblings.
Oh gosh, I was gonna say you're not gonna end up with the cat coming home with you?
No. Pandora's territorial as it is. I don't think she could handle anyone else. I mean, the 2 of them, they don't get into scraps really, but occasionally they'll, I don't know, cat fights.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
You have a dog at home?
Yes, yeah. Luckily, I have a dog at home, and I'm allergic, so there's no chance of me bringing a cat home, even though I do really like them.
Well, I hope the cat cafe doesn't trigger your allergies.
Oh yeah, I think as long as I don't touch my face after I pet them, I'll be fine. But,
okay.
Yeah, I definitely will want to pet them because I still love cats.
Yeah. Well, at least that works. And,
yeah.
But do you think your dog will get jealous? Will he smell the cats on you?
He will. He'll be really confused that where I've been.
Hey Hunter, you ready to roll?
Hey, hold on a sec.
Ryan and Stephanos are here.
Hey, Michaela, I gotta go. My dad's here.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hey guys.
Hey Hunter.
How was your drive-in? Yeah.
It was good.
How are you?
Hey. Missed you.
Miss you guys too.
Hey, I got stuff to do, so I'll catch you later. Have fun, be safe. See you at the Chinese Lantern Festival later on.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, see ya.
Love you. See ya. How's the weather outside?
It's beautiful out there today. It's a nice day.
Okay, think we can walk it?
I think we can walk over, yeah.
Okay. And if we get too hot, we can Uber home.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you want to head out?
Let's
go.
do it.
I want to see some cats.
Thank you.
Meow.
So do you guys have any cats at home?
I do. I have 2, Pandora and Nixie.
What about you, Stephanos?
I don't, but I might move in with one pretty soon.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it should be a fun
You're not going to take one
experience.
home?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I can.
No?
No.
Hi, excuse me.
Hi.
Please don't think that I'm rude. I'm just a very curious person, and I noticed that you have I don't know what it is, a skin condition.
I do look a little different, don't I?
You do, and I'm sorry if I'm insulting you.
You're
I'm
not.
just very curious.
I have actually, all 3 of us have a genetic skin condition
Yeah.
called ichthyosis.
Yeah, that sounds like a fish.
Well, that's where the name comes from. It's fish scaled. We actually have different types of the same kind of umbrella condition.
Lovely.
Different genetics, but
yeah,
similar
so-
manifestation.
Yeah.
Is there? Are you curing yourself? Are you doctoring and getting cures?
There's no cure, but hopefully one day there will be. Gene
God,
therapy is making
I've heard that so
revolutionary
many
strides.
times.
Right. But it's all about maintenance.
Yep, it's all about treatments. A lot of them now are creams and medications and a lot of
How many
bathing.
hours a week do you spend on sloughing?
Oh goodness.
At least an hour a day in maintenance.
Yeah, at least
Really?
an hour,
Yeah.
maybe 2.
Do you? Is there any pain?
There can be at some times. I mean, there's a lot of flare-ups, so it's just all about actively maintaining to try to hopefully avoid the
Yeah,
flare-ups.
it can get
It's
a
a
little.
constant
buildup.
monitoring of
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
It is.
But the community is key though. I got
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Community
The
of
rest is first.
seagulls.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm a little
No.
harder.
No. Community of other people who have ichthyosis.
You also have the same disease.
And you have bulletin boards and you share things and you talk to each other.
an
Because I have a
organization?
disease too that there's no cure for, so that I depend on people on the internet who understand it more than the doctors.
And you share similar experiences.
Exactly.
And actually, even better than the internet, in person. We're actually on our way to meet a couple friends who actually, by coincidence, also have the same condition.
Down at the cat cafe.
Where's the cat cafe?
It's just right
Just
up the
a
block.
few blocks that way.
Just a few steps ahead of us.
I could manage that if
Yeah?
you don't
Oh, do you wanna
mind.
come?
Would you
Yeah.
like to join us?
Really?
Absolutely.
I'd love to on this gorgeous day.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Let's
how
head over.
fabulous.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name before.
That's because I didn't tell you. It's Marilyn.
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 Hunter. It's a
Hunter?
pleasure.
Stephanos.
Hey.
How are you?
Good to see you too. Hey.
How are you?
Hey. Hey. Look. Hi. So we met a friend. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm brand new.
We
just met. Nice to meet you.
Michaela and Marty.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me here. What are we going to do?
I think we're going to see
We're
some
gonna
cats.
see
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Round 2.
Hunter, food's here.
Hey guys,
Hey, Hunter.
what'd you bring for dinner?
Chinese.
Oh, how appropriate. Come on, let's go eat.
So I have yet to receive any type of genetic classification for the type of ichthyosis I have. But a team at Yale University is working on figuring out what gene and what kind of variant in the gene is my type of ichthyosis, along with my mom and brother. Who also
With
share
the
same,
registry?
Yeah, with the gene, exactly, with the Gene Discovery Project at Yale, which you can submit your DNA to, and the team at Yale will work to discover exactly what type of ichthyosis you might have based on your genes and based on your phenotype.
Yeah, they've got my DNA in there.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? The more the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I was diagnosed with lamellar when I was born, and I did get my gene discovered, and it's actually more like in the umbrella between lamellar and CIE, and I always thought that I never quite looked like my friends with the lamellar, and I don't quite look like my friends with CIE, so it kind of makes sense I'm in between.
So after they told you, hey, this is what I have now, did it change anything that you have to do? Is it the same stuff?
No,
or what?
not at all. Yeah, it's kind of
Well,
just a
that's
different
cool.
label that I had to
Yeah.
get used to. I had to learn what CIE stood for, too, you know?
Right.
And that's the thing. It might, so the day-to-day maintenance of the disease really might not change whether you know it's this type or that type, or whether you know or not. But at least it's a stepping stone in being able to advocate for your new classification, your new subtype of ichthyosis, and that's really the first stepping stone in any future therapeutic development, for example, that might come from knowing your genetic diagnosis.
And having a name for it too, like just for you, can be good and can
Absolutely.
be helpful.
Yeah.
What does, because I know my skincare routine is going to be different from your skincare routine. Like how long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
It takes me usually about 45 minutes to an hour. I take about a 15-20 minute shower and then do my lotion. But ideally, I would take quite a longer shower, like maybe 30 minutes, but I just like to sleep in a little as much as I can. So, you know.
You said shower. Do you soak at all? Do you do the bath thing?
So actually, I don't have access to a tub in the house I'm living, and it's kind of been a struggle. I have to drive an hour or so to get home to take a bath. So I try to do that usually once every other week or so, because the baths just really help me exfoliate more, and I can take sea salt in with them, so it does make a difference.
So you add stuff to your bath water then?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Like sea salt really helps me exfoliate my skin, so I like that. Yeah, and it's just a nice way to relax and soak in, you know. So
Yeah, I bathe too, but my baths are usually a little bit longer. I have
Yes.
to go at least 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Sometimes if my skin's really bad, I go longer. But for basic stuff, it's usually about 45 minutes just in the water, and then I have to apply lotion when I get out. Do you guys find yourself sun sensitive, like just in general, or?
Yeah, like I have to put on sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because my skin's thin.
But yeah, I think anytime you're outside, personally, more than like 15, 20 minutes, I try to be very careful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by just drinking a lot of water and trying to stay in the shade. I mean, just going like on trips when we go out west, there's not a lot of clouds out there. So at least out this way, you know, you got a lot of clouds, so you have a little more leeway per se.
I think once a summer I get close to overheat, like really almost having a heat stroke, and it's always scary, you know. Especially when you don't have an opportunity to go back into the AC quickly, like when you're out, like on a hike, for example, and you're just kind of stuck out there. It can be really, really scary.
Yeah. One time we were in LA, and
I remember on the
tour bus.
Yeah.
We were on the double-decker tour bus, and there was no cover, no top cover at all, and it was like high noon, like noon, peak day, in the middle of Los Angeles. So it's you know, freaking desert out there. And so I was let's just say I was seeing stars walking down the stairs. I don't remember walking down those stairs.
Wow.
That I think, and that's the closest I've ever gotten to actually like full on passing out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that.
I feel like I personally get the "Are you sunburned?"
Yeah.
constantly. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I work retail, and just going into public,
Yeah.
they're like, "Ah, you've been in the sun a lot."
Yeah.
And then depending on how much I want to talk, you know, kind of persuade my answer. I'd be like, "Yeah, you know, every day." It is what it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, you should try some sunscreen." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be a good idea, right?"
That'd be
You know?
great help. Thanks.
We visited Key West when Hunter was little.
Yeah.
We were walking on the street one day, and we walked in front of a corner store, and the guy's coming out of the store as we walked by, and he took a double take on Hunter, and he says, "Oh, hold on a second." And he runs back in the store. 2 minutes later, he runs out with a bottle of whatever his favorite sunscreen thing was.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to try this because it's been really crazy to see some strange stuff happen.
Yeah. Doctors are strange.
Yeah.
Because some of them,
They don't know how to communicate
No.
effectively.
they don't.
Yeah.
And I often find it difficult because I have to differentiate between, yes, I have ichthyosis. That's not what I'm here to see you about today.
Yeah.
Yes, my whole body sends up red flags.
Yeah.
Pun maybe intended. So it's like, if I'm going in with a stomach bug, yes, thank you. I know I have very red skin, but that's not the problem here. Or even like trying to establish a normal. Like, if you start seeing a new doctor and are seeing them regularly, like it takes them so long to understand what's normal for you versus what they've been taught through all of their training in medical school is normal for everybody. So like, just because what's not okay for someone else doesn't mean that's not okay for me.
Yeah, and I'd say many of them haven't even heard of ichthyosis. When
Nope.
you go,
Yeah.
you have to explain it to them. you
Or
know?
they
Right.
tell you everything that you already know.
Yep.
Right.
That's the
Exactly.
problem.
I think people are too quick to assume that because you have a condition, you just can't live a life.
Yeah.
And that's crap.
Yeah.
You can do what you want to do. We do what is our passion, not being impacted by the condition we live with.
We're not defined by it.
And if anything, it makes a better story you know,
Right.
for people who are like, how do you do that thing? I just do. There's not I think at one point someone asked me, how is it that you do what you do? I'm like, because I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
What's my option? Roll over and be miserable? No, thank you. Life is better than that.
Yep. I can imagine, a day where maybe a one-time shot of a gene therapy would make it so that, you know, you'd never have to put on a cream or lotion again. You know, the technology is there today, and it's just going to take more work, more advocacy on our end, the patients, to educate the public, to work with our physicians and work with groups like FIRST to get this all together and hopefully see a day just like that. But I can say that being more involved with FIRST has absolutely changed the path I want to go down in terms of being able to help other patients with ichthyosis along with other rare diseases.
Ideally, one day, we'll be walking down the street, like, oh, you guys got ichthyosis. I mean, they might already know ahead of time instead of you having to do the pre-work, you know, introducing it. So
or even better, for it not to be an issue at all.
Exactly.
For it to just be, you know, just like, you know, someone's skin color or eye color or hair color or whatever. That it is a factor of who you are, but it is not all of who you are. And it certainly doesn't define what you're able to do.
I think I'm just most thankful for getting to meet everyone in the community. It's just been, it feels like nothing else going to a conference and things like this. You know, you just go around people who completely get you, no judgments whatsoever. That's been my favorite thing to get out of having ichthyosis.
The community as a whole is such a home. It's a family apart from family. Having ichthyosis has drastically impacted my understanding of other people and myself, and sort of who and what I am is a direct result of having ichthyosis. I wouldn't have the kind of relationships that I have with other people or the empathy that I have for people going through hard things. And I think there's a self-awareness that comes with ichthyosis that I kind of wish more people had.
Not only can we help other families, younger generations who have or have kids with ichthyosis, but we can relate to everybody in the world. So my goal is to be an inspiration to many kids to see what I went through and what you guys went through, and they could see, oh, if they can do it, why can't I? And I think that's kind of what it's all about, and that's what I'm so grateful for.
In a way, we want to be guiding lights to people still stuck in that darkness. And even in, you know, times when we are still there, because we still live with it, we have each other to be those lights when we can't be them ourselves. But we can also be those lights for the people who haven't found them yet.